I am sure we have all realized by now that when we are sick, our mind is also weak. And by that I mean when your body is weak, when you don't feel healthy, you don't feel strong, your mind is also slowly starting to be weak. Yes, I mean, it's true, at least for me. I am usually never sick, I never get sick, like, not even a fever, mostly. But there was a time in my life when I had dengue, and it was a very rough patch in my life. And that was the first time when I realized how it feels to really be sick. And to think that right now, even right now, there are millions of people in this world who don't even have the energy to talk, to walk, is crazy. And I was once in that zone, and it was terrifying because it's crazy how there's a direct relation to your body and mind. Of course, mind is a part of the body, I get it, but physically, how you are also affects how you are mentally, which is also why working out makes you feel better, right? But I'll talk about myself. So when I had dengue, I wanted to, I mean, that was the first time when I lost my appetite ever, which was crazy. I always eat a lot. I lost my appetite. Whatever I ate, I felt like puking. First of all, I didn't even want to eat, but I had to eat so that I could have my medicines. I had so many medicines, and every day I had to get one injection every day to check my levels and all in my blood or something. It's been a while now, so I don't remember that well, but I do remember. My body remembers, my mind remembers how it felt. So I'll share it with you. And every day felt like a nightmare. Like I was dragging my life. Like I felt like my life kept fading away, and my will to live kept decreasing. Like I tried walking to the doctor. I tried walking once when I had dengue, and it's usually like a 10-minute walk. It took me 1 hour. It took me 1 hour to reach that 10-minute walking distance place. And I went there and I puked. And I did not even have food in my body to puke. So I just kept. But nothing was really coming out instead of liquid, whatever. And it was crazy. My point being, I feel like when the body is so weak, your mind is very easy to be attacked by negative thoughts. At least mine was. I did not intend to get depressed. I did not. I. It was not as if I was very sad to begin with, or I was living a very anxious life. Nothing like that. I'm very privileged. But when I was sick, unwillingly, every night I used to have dreams, like dreams where I would literally, like, I would like I mean, I don't want YouTube to like remove this video also, but I would, in each of my dreams, each night, I would, in different ways. So every night I would be not living in my dream in different way, and I still remember a few of my dreams when I actually forget most of my dreams, but I remember a few of those dreams. Once, uh, uh there was like a zombie apocalypse, and once there was a laughter gas, and I like died laughing, and once like my family member knife, and once one of my family members in front of me in my dream, and once I was in the car with my family members, and the car just went down the slope like, and once I just fell, and once, so lots of dreams, and it kept going on for like a good, I guess, around for a month or something. And true, like the moment I was going to die in my dreams was when my eyes would open. Like the moment that I was going to crash here, and my eyes would open. And I remember my heartbeat. I could feel my heartbeat in the middle of the night. Like when I used to wake up, my heartbeat was so fast and just thump, 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 thump. I was sweating, and I was so scared to even sleep in those times. I was scared to sleep because I was scared to see how I'm going to die in my sleep, and I just don't want to see that. And it felt too real. It felt too real. It felt like as if in this universe there is another Ria in some world, and it's actually happening to her, and I am in that world. And now when I open my eyes, I am in this world again. But that was real, you know. And I was really scared to sleep, but all I was being told to was sleep, rest, sleep, rest. And that's all I could even do physically. I could only sleep and rest in that long 1 month, which felt too long, too long. I think it wasn't even 1 month, it was 20 days, but it was hell. Everyone was just telling me rest, sleep, and I was scared to sleep. It was too much. I remember once I made it to the doctor within half an hour. It took me half an hour to walk, and that was like an accomplishment for me. So whenever I used to be able to walk to the doctor, which was just a 10-minute walk, I was rewarded by my mom with Mosambi and pineapple juice. So every day I used to drink Mosambi and pineapple juice after I got my injections. And injections don't really scare me, so it was fine. But to get injections and to get my blood out of my body every single day was not the most fun experience, I'll tell you that. And it felt pathetic. It felt pathetic to even walk because my breathing used to get very intense, as if I had done a 1 hour cardio or something. But I was just walking, and I had to take rest between those walks. And I'll tell you what truly helped me in those times. I'll tell you what truly helped me in those times. It was my family members. I'll tell you how. I have four brothers, and three of which live 10 minutes away from me. Tiny brothers. During that time, they must be around, all were below 10. They must be around like 7, 8 years old, 8 years old. And I went to my grandparents' place where they were, and I was only intending to go there for a few hours, but I ended up staying for 3 nights, for 3 whole days. And it really healed me. Just being in that space, being in a new space, because I was tired of my bed, and it felt like if I rest my head on this pillow, I'm going to have those stupid dreams again. So, and my grandparents' place is a very comforting place for me. And I did not realize how much it will heal me, really, truly. Like, I felt livelier. I felt like the life in my eyes had come back. I had more life in me. It truly felt that way mentally. And when I mentally started to feel better, eventually physically I started to heal. So I'm very grateful for my tiny brothers, because they don't even know that they probably helped me so much. They have no idea how much they mentally helped me, mentally healed me. Yeah. So that is what I realized ki, especially when you are at a place in your life where you, even if you don't want to, you are fading away, you're going into a very negative space. The worst thing you can do to yourself is isolate yourself. That's the worst thing you can do to yourself. So you have to put the effort, even though it must be very difficult. You have to put the effort to socialize and to surround yourself with people, or even one person that you know will take care of you, will heal you. It doesn't have to be that they like massage you and they feed you, nothing of that sort, but just spending time with them distracts you. Like it makes you realize that it's okay, it's all okay, it's just a phase. And when you are socializing, you realize that it isn't as much as a big deal as you thought it would, and you can move on from this. Because when you're alone, then your negative thoughts really get to you, and there's no one to tell you that, no one to tell you anything against those negative thoughts. And when you're with someone who cares for you, or who likes to just be with you, likes to just spend time with you, it puts your mind at ease. There are people who want you, that there are people who like to spend time with you for truly who you are. Like I love my brothers, honestly, because when there are times when I feel really insecure, I specifically remember this one time I felt really insecure about my acne, and I went to school and I was just really insecure, really just, that was all I could think about all day. And I felt like people around me, like my friends or whatever, they were like, oh, naya pimple, new pimple, whatever. And I used to feel very like, it's there, it's that they are there, multiple people. And I went to my grandparents' place and I spent time with my brothers, and they didn't even bring it up once. It was as if they didn't even notice. It wasn't in their sight, as if it, the pimples, the acne just went past them, and they were just so happy to see me. Every time they are so happy to just see me. They don't even realize that, oh, she has pimples. And that's such a small detail, that's such a small thing, but it's very refreshing, because that's how it's supposed to be, right? A child is so pure and innocent, man. You need to spend time with, we all need to spend time with children more. I believe that was not, I don't know what the point of this video was. I guess I have just ranted, is that a word? I guess the whole conclusion of me sharing this with you was, when your body physically is weak, your mind will also mentally get really weak, and it's really easy for your negative thoughts to attack your mind, and you will get in an anxious, depressive, suicidal zone like this. And that's when you need to snap out of it, and you need to put the effort to socialize and be around people. You have to for yourself. And then after a few years or after a few months, you'll end up laughing it off. Oh, you know. Bye.